king has his reign. And then he dies. It's inevitable.
Hey YTPC, this is going to be a VR to Parsimonious Piper. Actually, it's going to be more of an echo of what he said. First up though, the Belgrade Emerald Egg Cavalier Pipe, some pirate cake, so in his video, he compared the YTPC to kind of like a barber shop, the old style barber shops, where people would go in and have heated debates and discussions, but always leave as friends. So in case there's some new people, what is the YTPC? It stands for the YouTube Pipe Community. Now that spans other platforms now, but my definition of it, and it's not an official definition, it's just how I view it, is an informal group of people that are into pipes and pipe tobacco on YouTube primarily, that either create content or watch content. So you do not have to be a presenter to be in the YTPC as I see it. And there are no board of directors. There's no official form that you fill out to join. There's no officers. There's no president, vice president, etc. There's no list of rules. Now, that being said, there are some informal rules that I think apply across this platform or in life in general. In other words, you should treat people with respect. But as for formal rules, there aren't any. And me mentioning rules will come into play later, but I just wanted to, I want to set the base for where I'm going. And generally, the YTPC is mostly for pipes and pipe tobacco. However, there's a lot of people that are into cigars. There's people that do cooking videos, gardening videos. I do DIY videos and some other topics. Again, there's no rules, so content creators can put up whatever they're interested in. You know, there's any of their interests. And most of the time, it's fun to watch other aspects than just pipes and pipes tobacco. I'm certainly not a pro tobacco reviewer, so I would have very limited content if that's all I could do. As you would imagine, this community is like pretty much any other community. It's comprised of a great diversity of different individuals, different walks of life, different socioeconomic statuses, countries, upbringing, moral and religious values. So coming across somebody that you're not going to agree with on certain things is inevitable. But how you handle that isn't. And that's where I believe you just got to treat people with respect. Now, I try to avoid, personally, myself, I try to avoid pretty much all politics. And for the most part, uh, specifically religious topics. But I want to create content on, I don't know, some bigger questions in life. And sometimes it crosses over into some of those things. But the real purpose that I do it anyway is not to create conflict, but it's things I think about, and then sometimes I think it would be interesting to see if you could to see what other people's thoughts are and perspectives are, and especially when they're in conflict or in opposition to mine. I think that's interesting, and I like when my core beliefs and principles and ideas about life are challenged. I mean, that's how you grow as a person. But what I don't think there's any room for here, and luckily, very, very little evidence of that, but I think there are, I think I've come across one or two, but that's small given the size of the community, where I think their response was inappropriate and they got caught up in emotions and feelings, and there's no place for that here. Certainly, state your opinion, and if you don't agree with something and you feel like commenting, you can say, you know what, I see it, I don't see it that way, this is how I see it, instead of alluding to that if somebody believes the way the presenter said, that they're an idiot or they're stupid. There's no place for that, in my opinion. There's no place for that in my channel. Now, I would not ban that person. I will not delete that comment. And I will respond respectfully, even if it's a disrespectful comment, and I will keep it there so everyone else can see it. That's how I deal with that. So I will not respond in kind if that happens here. And I don't think it should. I think, hence the thumbnail in my video about walls. I don't want to build walls. And just because I differ from somebody on topic A, there doesn't have to be a wall there. Yeah, we're different. All right, I believe this, you believe that. But why do we have to build these walls? That's what is going on in society now. They want everybody fighting amongst each other. You got this side over here and that side over there. And then you've got the manipulators that are riling people up on either side and getting them to fight. And what are they doing the whole time while they're fighting? They're not looking at where the real problem is. And years ago, like Ethan, my friend, said, people used to be able to discuss, serious topics about religion and politics, and even maybe raise their voices a little bit, but it was in a more of a friendly manner, and they never walked away angry or hating each other or building some kind of a wall between them. I've had many things in my life challenged, and I've changed course on some pretty big things. And had I got up in my feelings and been obtuse to that and not faced it with an open mind, I would have built the wall, and I would have closed that off, the possibility for growth in that area, or or change. So without making it too long, what I'm saying is I'm not going to build any walls in my channel. And even if you are 180 in the opposite direction and you state so, and you say, okay, I feel this way, then I will acknowledge that respectfully. And I'll thank you for commenting on the video and providing your perspective on it. And that's the way it should be. I mean, in a world like this, and this many people, there's no way you put 10 people in a room and 9 of them are going to disagree with the other 9. You're never going to be in a place where everybody thinks the same, unless you build walls and close yourself off from everybody else. And then what are you losing? If I would have been like that, there'd be a wall between me and my father. We are same in a lot of respects, but in some other big areas, we're completely different. And when we talk about that, we disagree about that, at the end of the conversation, I still love him and he still loves me, and there's no love loss. And I'm never going to change him. He's never going to change me. So why let it ever escalate for such trivial things? And in this channel, there's no walls. It doesn't matter your political affiliation, your race, male, female, your faith or absence of faith. None of that matters for being here. Everyone is welcome here in this channel, and everyone is welcome to agree or disagree as they see fit, respectfully. And there's other topics I want to present. I want to do one on fear and courage. I mean, there's things like that come up, and maybe that crosses over into the political or religious aspect, or maybe the topic doesn't. But I'm going to make those videos, and like Ethan said, you should be able to tell by the thumbnail what you're walking into, you know. And I'm not going to put warnings up. I mean, we're all adults here, so if you need a warning to not be triggered on something, you probably shouldn't be on the internet. It's my opinion. But Ethan was exactly right. I think we need to get back to being able to do that. Get away from the way the media or the politics of the world tries to divide us, and make this a place where we can talk about the tough topics. We can disagree about the tough topics, but at the end of the day, we walk away friends as we came into the room or into the video, whatnot. And I think you can kind of see, I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't intend to make those kind of thought-provoking videos all the time, but when I want to make it, you know, I'm gonna throw it out there. And you know, it's not your thing, you don't watch, you know, you don't watch, you don't comment. I know I do some videos on silly wood projects, and some people are like, I got no use for that. So yeah, I don't think anyone should ever feel compelled to watch anyone's content if it doesn't interest them, you know. I think it's kind of interesting to see what else, you know, folks are into other than piping, the ones that like to share it, you know. I guess in the end, it's kind of like pineapple on pizza. You either love it or you hate it. But you don't fight over it. You know, I simply don't like pineapple on pizza. My wife loves it. You know, what we can do? get a divorce because of that? No. And I know some of the other issues have larger life impacts for some, but that's kind of how you got to look at it when you're dealing with other people. I don't have the right to tell you how to believe, and likewise, I don't have that right to tell me how to believe. And I think if we operate out of that lens, I think we get along a lot better, you know? Okay, well, that's about all I've got. I probably made this way longer than I wanted to, but I was thinking about doing the video, and then Ethan came up with his, and it was like perfect timing. So I'll just piggyback off his idea, and because it was a great video. Yeah. So just kind of think about it and try to be able to look at views and perspectives that differ or challenge your own. It doesn't mean you got to accept them, but just be open to hearing them, you know? And then in the end, you're your own person, you make your own judgment. And enjoy it. It can be very enjoyable to operate at that level that the seeming large part of society can't operate at anymore. So hopefully we could do that, and people can create content, perhaps inspire a little bit of thought, and not to change anybody's mind, but you know, just to inspire conversation and community. And yeah, so with that, I'm going to finish the rest of this awesome pirate cake. And I hope you all have a great rest of your week. And I'll catch you on the next one.